Now, the annual Brit Awards will be on ITV1 tonight at 8 o'clock. Presented by funny man Peter Kay, many of the great and the good of the world of pop will descend on Earl's Court in West London. Now, since the first ever ceremony back in 1977, the Brits has become notorious for pop stars behaving badly. Do you remember Jarvis Cocker storming the stage during a Michael Jackson performance in 1996, or boy band Chumbawamba throwing a bucket of water over John Prescott in 1998? Now, is this all just a little bit of rock and roll, or do pop stars have a responsibility to behave properly in public? And do you think they should be good role models?
Well, to me, there's a difference between having an idol, someone you admire for their singing and their lyrics and all of that, and an actual role model. Because the word role model, I don't know, but it kind of infers moral fibre and having a, you know, being upstanding and, you know, all those kinds of things. And I don't actually think a lot of pop stars, you know, go into it to be that. I think, you know, folk just live their lives and that's what they do. And they end up being thrust into the limelight. So any bad behaviour that kind of goes with it. And I quite like when it's a bit naughty.
Do you not think it's because there's a lot of youngsters following them because they love them that much? So do you not think they've got a slight bit of responsibility to all the people and all the fans that are following them?
I think that you've got to check, you know, how you behave. But I do think, I mean, for example, myself, you know, I know I've got my nieces who follow me, you know, and watch what I do. But not every artist is like that. Not every artist has come into the music industry to be that kind of you know, artist. Rock and roll, it's always been, you know, naughty behaviour that's gone along with it. And some of it I find quite funny. The water thing at Chumbawamba I thought was hilarious.
Do you watch how you behave in public? Do you think you're maybe different from, you know, the kind of people that we saw there? Do you take your responsibility seriously?
I do, but that's me, you know? And the kind of music I make, the kind of lyric, the kind of personality I am, if I suddenly started throwing tellies out of the hotel window, it'd just look stupid, and it would be stupid. That's not my character, clearly. But I don't think, you know, I wouldn't expect Oasis to suddenly become, you know, virtuous, well-behaved choir boys, because equally that would look stupid as well.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying, and I'm going to sound really boring now, but things like there's a lot of things that have happened at the Brits, for instance, the water incidents and all of that. I didn't find it funny. I just thought they were idiots trying to make a name for themselves. It's like, you know, why can these people not get up and just go, thank you, I really appreciate this award for the people that have voted, but they all have to get up and they all have to try and be cool and they all have to try and be different. And I just think it's a publicity stunt half the time. And as for being role models, no, they don't set out to be role models. No one goes, I'm going to be a role model for these kids. But the fact is that a lot of kids not just see them as idols, they look up to them, they want to dress like them, they want to act like them, and as soon as they see them doing something like that, they think it's OK to do it because it's cool.
But hasn't that
and I
always
don't think
been
it's
the
funny
way,
or
Coleen?
cool, I just think they're idiots.
You know, you touched on there the throwing the tellies out the window thing. I mean, that's been going on since the 60s.
The windows don't open
and
the tellies are plastic.
I was thinking that as you said that.
I was gutted when I was on tour with my sisters. I could not get that plasma off the wall.
That would have been great.
Do you not think that's kind of part and package of the whole rock and roll lifestyle?
I'll tell you what the problem is. If you are like that in this country, you make headlines. So if you are bad behaved, I think PR companies and industry people that we all know, we're all in the industry. Sorry, I've just drawn all over your hand.
That's all right.
They actually, I think, slightly encourage it because they know you're going to get tabloid, you're going to get media coverage.
Oh, blanket coverage, for sure.
You're going to be talked about. It is a bit unfortunate that we do not celebrate good things that happen in this country. It is really quite sad that we don't. The Brits has got half and half, hasn't it? You know, if you go out there and you know, do something a bit outrageous, you're going to make the headlines.
But don't you think, you know, at the Brits, though, I mean, some of the things that are quite just amusing, you know, when I remember the year that there was nothing, no alcohol, no anything at the Brits, and let me tell you, it was drier than the Sahara Desert. It was dead as a dodo. And but that was in great contrast to the year before when, you know, there was a bit of argy-bargy, you know, and it frankly made it watchable. You know, I think you've got to be grateful when you get an award, and you must say thank you. To touch on what you were saying, Coleen, you have to. Otherwise, you just, you know, why even bother to go? But you need something. Otherwise, it's too austere, too staid. You know. not really
It's
rock and roll. There you go.
It's rock and roll.
Exactly.
So sorry, just to clarify, there's still a lot of it goes off, but some of us do it behind closed doors. I mean, I'm a bit of a party animal, but you'll never see me in the
There you go. There you go. I'm with you on that.
OK, time for your first...